I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. This is one of the best non-divisional rivalries in the NFL. Will this be another epic encounter between these two bitter foes? We'll find out when they take the field. It's the Steelers going up against the Eagles. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look live there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they enter play here. It's been a great start to the season, back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they were losers their last time.
There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing.
They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
Here we go. See if we can go 3-0.
Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Solid return, pretty good
Against,
field
I guess, my
position.
favorite
They'll
team,
start at the 32-yard line. So now
Yes,
here
you
comes
can.
the Eagles offense.
There he is,
as
Carson
they get
Wentz.
ready to take over. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback out of North Dakota State. It's Carson Wentz.
And if you didn't know what school Carson Wentz came from, if you didn't know he had played at a 1AA or FCS level, and you looked at his measurables, you would say, now that's what a quarterback's supposed to look like. 6'5", nearly 240 pounds, with the ability to run the football as well. He has the goods.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Ertz has it left side. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And the coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Well, I don't think we can run
Just
against
a yard on the pickup
Pittsburgh.
there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. They go play action for Matthews. Now Wentz. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the first round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future all-pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
And the play clock's running down. Play action to Sproles. Wentz.
Damn it, Sproles, man. God dang.
Pickup of just 2.
Fucking throw it to you and...
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And this is going to hit.
Damn, dude, that would have been good fucking punt.
Touchback. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time.
All right, let's see what we can do.
Quarterback in his 13th year now from Miami of Ohio. It's Big Ben Roethlisberger.
Ben Roethlisberger
Big
is one
baby
of the elite
Roethlisberger.
quarterbacks in the NFL. A big, strong, physical player. They often say about him, it's not the first 3 seconds of a play you have to worry about. It's the next 3 seconds after he bounces out of a hit. It makes a big play downfield.
Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down. Here we go with 2nd and 7.
Damn it.
On the ground, here's Richardson again. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Third and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. He completes
what?
It to Bryant.
Come on, man. Make that play right
gets
there.
him a new set of downs. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
2nd down following the run. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, here to Coates. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Here's Richardson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Well, good luck there as a ball carrier. You get handed that football, look up, oh, there's a big D tackle ready to swallow you whole for a loss.
Yeah, you kind of count on your guys to give you at least a little bit of time, a little bit of space to try and maneuver, but not on that one. And when you have a defensive tackle who is that strong, that agile, he's a lot to deal with. Sometimes you have to double him, and sometimes you're not able to block him no matter who's trying. And that's the kind of pass that adds up over time, Brandon.
You may not have
picked up a 1st down there.
Good stop right here, boys.
Chipping away at it, eventually big plays may result.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. He's got time in the pocket. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted.
Go, baby.
Nothing but green grass here, middle of the field.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, Eagles. Let's go. Get some, Big Ben. Get some. All right.
They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Let's go. Let's go, defense. That a boy.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will take a knee here. So per the new rules.
Per the new rules? Who cares?
And now out come the Steelers. And following the pick 6. And they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled.
I get excited when I play football
and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. Green with a catch left side.
I got more excited last
night. 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
I don't like to do that.
1st down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front? Creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yard.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a second and long to start things out. Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down.
He had all day.
Now he'll let it go deep over the middle.
Golly, man. Just give it to him. Jesus Christ. Give him all day, man.
Touchdown. Marcus Wheaton, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And on that one, able to catch it,
we gotta get our
also
offense
able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Fielded about a yard deep. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offense.
Catch it!
And now we're seeing it
Jesus,
in the NFL.
man.
Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So now at 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary, a nickel look. Now Wentz on 3rd down.
Damn. God, come on, guys.
Free and brings up 4th down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And taken right on the 30. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. 2nd down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13.
Brad, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
Wheaton with a catch right side. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Yeah, Ben Roethlisberger just throwing all over.
So completion on 2nd down, that brings up 3rd.
They threw 2 touchdown passes.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He finds Coates complete.
Oh, he can catch it, but none of my guys can catch the ball when we get hit like that.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Yeah.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did. This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, He's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
What the?
That is caught at the 7.
Dang.
And he's brought down after a good
we
game.
gotta take it.
That one goes for 24 yards. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is. I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
2nd and goal. Defense digging in again.
Flag. What's the flag for? They're not against us.
Behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6.
Thank you.
Still 2nd down.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Someone moved. Flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
Get some, pal.
Still 2nd down.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
But they deserve credit or not. The defense is going to take credit for that incompletion because it always feels good when you slow down an offense.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game.
I'll give you 3
points. Best players into space with the football in their hands.
I ain't scared.
That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And Boswell's kick is good.
All right,
and they
Wentz.
take the lead here now at 10-7. So they were able to move the ball into the red zone, but they'll wind up coming away with just 3.
Yeah, 32-yarder. That's equal to an extra point nowadays, and those are no problem for an NFL kicker.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Let's see.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Larry Ridley in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Wentz. Ertz has it left side. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. And they're going to speed things up here. Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this across the 40 and up to about the 42-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Haven't ran this play yet today.
Here we go now.
They go play action for Matthews. Now Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
tremendous coverage there. Just
Third
did
down
not catch
already?
the football,
These downs
complete
go
the
by too
interception.
fast.
But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
From the gun on third down, Wentz going deep here for Matthews.
Yes, good job.
Inside the 10. A big play that time, Wentz to Matthews.
Don't give me that, Steelers. Don't give me that.
Yards.
Because I'm going to take it all day long.
They take a shot on third down, and boy, did they get rewarded, even though there was good defense on the play.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Don't give me that.
Working from the gun, Wentz. This will be
Don't fall.
The 6. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3.
Be smart here, boy.
Tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of Central Casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands,
speed. I mean, can flat
You know
out
you're
run.
terrible,
You put that whole package
Matthews.
together.
I'll give you another touchdown.
You line up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
And
Never
from the
mind.
3 now, it's 2nd and goal. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. Defense may be thinking pass. They come out in the nickel on 3rd and goal.
Dude, what the fuck, dude? Come on, man. Thought you were good.
Try to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And that will bring up an
Damn.
interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
Well, what are we reviewing?
Previous play is under
It doesn't
review.
matter. He caught the ball. It's like, ooh, he went, oh, you gave us a yard. What'd he do? Who cares?
So the challenge comes in inside
Man,
of 2
Zach
minutes.
Ertz, I was getting
and it gets
excited
overturned.
about playing as if you as my tight end, but you haven't done shit all year.
Sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
You ain't done
So give
shit
them 3
all
there. A
year.
good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too.
haven't
That was the
done
old
jack
bend but
all
don't
year
break
long,
approach.
man.
But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the
Don't let him
25.
score.
Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch.
Get down.
As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
Maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
a little tired. And
Let's go to
if nothing
halftime.
else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
So we have reached halftime, and Larry apparently very brief in his report. Thanks anyway, my man, as we're already set for action. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. It's Marcus Wheaton now to return it.
Ooh,
And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
thought you were going somewhere, boy.
The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They'll run again with Richardson. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll go as
Good
a
job,
loss of
D.
5. And it'll be a 3rd
Be
and
smart.
about 13.
Let's be
Well,
smart.
Brandon, so much for halftime
Let's be
adjustments.
smart.
They still can't get anything going on the
Let's be
ground.
smart.
It may
Let's
be
get a
time
stop.
to loosen things up
Let's
and
get
start
a
flinging
stop.
it around a little bit.
And the Eagles with a dime look. 6 DBs on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the
Yeah.
gun.
There you go.
No gain on the play
Punt it.
there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt
I gotta
situation
finish
on
this game real
4th.
quick.
I know in most cases people think you throw the ball in this situation, and when they ran, it almost felt like a little bit of a surrender, maybe a give up. But I don't know if that's really the case. They might have been probing a little bit, checking the defense and filing it away for later. They might have something working later on.
And he'll keep this one away from Sproles as this is angled toward the sideline.
Ooh,
so here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell your guys, hey, if you can shut them down.
Oh, go, dude, go.
We can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do in the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice.
Look, dude.
Right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just
You
one
waited
big
till the last
carry
minute to tell me
away
what time they
from
come
busting
be at
this
your
open.
house. You said
That's a good
4:30. I
start
still
for
got
him.
30 minutes, 45 minutes.
On second down, Ryan Matthews. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves
44 to
the
42.
chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
On first down, Wentz. Now they go screen. It's complete. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it second down.
Partner, we saw him struggle last week. We're seeing him struggle again this week. We talked about it after last week's game, the type of coverage he was seeing. I think I'm seeing very similar blueprint.
That's what I was going to ask you. How often? Touchdown, Philadelphia! Jordan Matthews, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles have moved out in front.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Oh, what the?
Complete.
Oh, my God.
10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Martavis Bryant, 76 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Stephon Tuitt came out at Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wonder, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
Almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
Smart here, man.
So far in this series,
people are rushing me.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
That's how you show your athletics.
It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Well, the advantage certainly shifted to the defense as we began that 3rd down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
3rd time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on 3rd, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Yeah, he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And a pretty little juke move there, but not a ton to show for it afterwards as he's brought down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And it's incomplete.
Well.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. To throw is Wentz. Screen pass to Sproles. For 13 yards that time at a first.
Most of the 4th quarter?
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Well, it's what we call an even front or an odd front. And an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even front. You've got to control those guys in the middle. Whether it's the nose or the 2 defensive tackles in a 4-man front, if those guys can't get moved, you cannot run the ball in the middle of the field. And in that play, they were able to actually take care of business.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. He lost 2 there. And it's 3rd down.
Brandon, the offensive line's been winning the battle at the point of attack throughout this game. But how about that stop by the defensive front? Maybe now they can gather themselves and start to change the momentum a little bit.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. And he can't quite pick it.
No one's athletic on our team, I guess. So try to make a damn play.
Probably should have been their
Run the
first,
right.
But at least it's
stop.
4th down.
I'm ready for it.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And
let's play defense right here.
And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front, but then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that
controller
again, right?
when
that's exactly how
they
you want
throw
to
it
draw
deep.
things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy
They'll
here.
rip us up.
A great job pulling
Passing
that
the
one
ball.
in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Over the middle here to
God
Coates.
dang it.
And he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has a slide.
Dude, hit him.
Oh, he lost the
Get the ball.
football.
Yes. Thank you, Jesus.
So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's
Wow.
nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many
There we
times
go.
it's more
Good
a
job.
matter of
But I don't know
what
why
the
we couldn't
offensive
tackle
guy
him in the
didn't do. He
backfield.
didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Oh, what the?
And he'll be brought
Please
down
be the first
just
down.
shy of the 45. A nice run
What?
there, 9 yards.
Oh,
and
he
it'll
had
be
that.
second down.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense. All the elements of what you want out of a play came together on that one. A really nice run, took care of the football, and even more importantly, taking the clock under 4 minutes now. At this stage of the game, how do you bleed out the clock, take care of the ball, and make sure the other team doesn't have a chance to come back on you? You're looking at your sheet, how many timeouts are left, how many runs do we need to close it out? That's what the coach is looking at right now. Situational football,
Better not be a
trying to gain a
holding call.
victory.
Holding offense.
Boo. Come on, guys. Jeez. I don't want to pass the ball.
Still first down.
Person, what? Come on.
Following the flag, 1st and 20 now. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up second down. And in this situation with a lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on third down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
He's going to let this one go deep. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down. Here's Donnie Jones now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, Your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires.
Come on,
after this.
defense.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating.
Yes.
Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing.
Don't choke it away
not a good
now.
feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
And now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
Oh, come on, man! It didn't do that the whole game. It didn't do that the whole game. Every time I did that, it didn't do that the whole game, but it does it now.
Defense maybe trying to guess the snap count there, and it costs them 5 yards.
Stupid, man.
It's a gain of 5.
Didn't do that the whole game. Every time I did that, it didn't do that the whole game.
Bryant, the lone receiver, left. He'll look to throw. Brought in by Coates. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Back to throw.
What?
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield.
Golly, dude.
He's finally taken
You got to
down,
be
but not
shitting
before
me.
getting across
That's
midfield
bullshit.
and across the 45-yard line.
How the
And
hell?
Quickly, they get to the line. He's back to throw.
Get his ass. There you go.
Throw away. He's taken down. Brandon Graham in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
Let's hope this doesn't go in
They'll
overtime.
look to throw. Wheaton with a catch right side.
It might go in.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him
My
8
brother
on the
won't like
play,
that.
and that'll bring up a 3rd and
I might
11
just let him
situation. Back to throw. He completes it to Bryant. The 20.
Holy shit.
He takes it across for the
right.
touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow.
I should have
How
waited
many
and played this
practices we
one.
watched over time where
It'll
the
be
offense
alright.
works
Be
on
alright.
scoring
We got
late
this.
in the game
We got this.
and finding a way to win.
got our
as
timeout.
we just saw there.
Just saw it right
We got
there.
our
Now
timeouts.
can they preserve that
play
advantage that they just got?
No running the ball, all passing.
Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away. This one taken from the 7. Oh, what a move.
Let's go.
The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. They're down here in a one-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute it.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
All time and it's a
Wants to throw.
Fuck, come on, man.
Threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Damn it.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Offense trying to avoid stalling out. Facing a 3rd and 10. They'll come out in the pistol. Back to throw. Wentz.
What? Come on! Jesus,
Through
dude.
the contact. Incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time, spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
No! What?
And that is
Are you fucking kidding me?
They
Are you
had to
fucking
go for it
kidding
with
me?
such little time
Damn it.
remaining. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But going deep in their own territory like that?
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach, we agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm willing to go for it.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
You got this. Oh, my God. Oh, my God,
They run with Richardson. And he's going to bring this one down to... And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run. Richardson. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And Boswell's kick is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. To throw is Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking there for Reuben Randall. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty.
Bullshit. Fucking bullshit. Yeah, can we just turn this off?